Hey, Bolo Buddies, thanks for watching. All right, I am your featured seller tonight. I have some bolos to share with you. And I just did a Bitty Baby American Girl, my haul from the other day that I got at a garage sale. I just did a video on that. So those are not included in this, but it's awesome. Go check it out. I don't know which video I'm going to post first. So if it's not up yet, it will be coming soon. But I did really well. So I'm excited to share that with you guys. All right, so I'm going to show you some of my other bolos, and hopefully you guys can find some of these bolos. Be on the lookout is what that stands for if you guys are new to the channel. I help teach you things you can buy low and sell high. I am not an expert. I am learning, and that's why I started the channel. I do feature sellers from my Facebook group, so if you are interested in being featured, feel free to message me. Basically what I need from you is where you got the item and what it sold for and what you paid for it. And then I feature that. So your identity is completely private unless you have a YouTube channel and you want a shout out. I definitely will do that. But besides that, if you don't want any recognition, you just want exposure for your store, it's a great way to do it. So I am going to get started with my bolos. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to do that down below. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching and for your support. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys are learning from the channel as much as I am, because I will tell you, I am learning a lot. All right, we're going to get started. All right, so the first item, I picked this up at a garage sale. I bought I think 52 pieces, and it ended up being about 28 cents a piece. This one, the person bought two, so I took an offer of $60 for two of them, so 30 each plus shipping. And the color is frosted rose. Not all colors are created equal, I will tell you that. I got lucky and got some good colors. So let's see, here's another one. This is Mocha Freeze. This one I sold for, I want to say maybe this one went for $36.90. That one might have been $36.90. It was either that or I took an offer at $30. So either way, still a bolo. I paid 28 cents. This color is not as sought after. I think this one went internationally, if I can remember correctly, but I took, it sold for $24.90 plus shipping. Downtown Brown sold on, and I knew this one was a bolo, but when I bought it, I did not know I had a downtown brown. So when I got home and I was looking through the colors, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a downtown brown. I'm so excited. And then I started looking through and searching comps on the other ones, and I was super excited. I honestly, when I bought this, I knew that downtown brown was one, but again, I didn't look at the colors. So I was assuming that, you know, I wasn't going to make a ton of money on these. So, needless to say, I am super excited about my Mary Kay find. So this one sold for $45, and then Posh takes 20%. So they took 9, so I still made a great profit. Blush, this one sold for 30. Okay, so I used to sell Avon, and I'm going to say that's been 15 years ago, probably, that I sold it. Well, this is from 2003, so yeah. What is it now? 2019? Yeah, so around 15 plus years ago. Gosh, that makes me feel really old. I sold Avon that long ago. But these Avon face bronzing brushes, you shake them, and the blush is like inside the brush, and then you just kind of put it on. And my sister and I were obsessed in these. I mean, we loved them. And it just gave you like a bronze effect. So I bought a bunch of them. Okay. And I stocked up and I gave her a bunch. And I think I even bought them on clearance, to be honest with you. And back in the day, it's not like makeup now. I mean, I probably paid between $3 and $5 for them a piece. Now it's like all these direct sales makeup companies, which that's where I buy my makeup. It is expensive. I mean, it's expensive. I hope I find some of that at a yard sale. But anyway, so this Avon Face Bronzing Brush, I sold this for $27. and it was sitting up in my closet in a big box of makeup that I didn't use, and it was just sitting there. And I mean, I did list it a while ago, but yeah, 27 bucks for that. So if you see that, it's called Shake It Up. And I don't know if different colors do better than others, but this is I forget what it's called. The color is baked. And then I sold one on eBay just the other day for $26.48. So, and they didn't make an offer, they just bought it. $26.48 full price plus shipping, and I still have 2 left. All right, now this is not a huge bolo by any means, but I was at an estate sale and I picked up a stack, probably this big, of cards, like trading cards, bubble gum. There was like a baseball. These are horoscopes. So there was a whole bunch of different things. So I will say it took me a long time to sort them, categorize them, and picture them. But I'm going to say I probably had 10 different lots, maybe more, but at least 10. I expect to get at least $10 out of each one. So $5 I'll probably turn into 100. So is it like an easy bolo? No. And it's not all one listing. So it's kind of like you buy it for $5 and then I sorted it. But overall, it will be a bolo, if that makes sense. So this sold for $9.99, these horoscope cards, and people just collect them. I think this was on one of my haul videos. So I was at a garage sale and, I had all of my stuff and I was checking out and I look over and I see this little gadget and I'm like, improve your posture. I'm like, huh. So I'm like, she's checking me out and I'm like scanning it on my phone, trying to be a little bit sneaky, but not sneaky, but you don't want them to know you're like checking for solds on eBay when you're, wheeling and dealing. But I'll tell you what, at this sale, there was no wheeling and dealing. They would not work with you on anything. It was like full price. That's it. Don't ask. So I still asked, but I didn't. It didn't happen. But anyway, they only had, what was it? I think it was 75 cents on the white box. And then the little refills right here. This is a refill. I think there was 50 cents on that. So I had $1.25 in this set. Okay. And I searched solds and I knew what they were selling for. And I'm like, okay. And I took a best offer of $50 the next day. I think it was the next day. If not, it was like a day or two, but I'm pretty sure it was the next day. $50 best offer. So boom, if you see one of those, get it. All right. So I went to another garage sale and I kind of had buyer's remorse. Do you guys ever do that where you like leave and you're like, oh, I spent too much money on that. I shouldn't have bought it. I got home and I talked to my husband. I'm like, I just think I messed up. And so they were vintage beer taps and they were in this like brown display thing. And I paid $50 for it. And again, it's one of those things where I'm like, oh, $50 out of my garage sale money? That's a lot. Because you only have so much money in your wallet, before you have to go to the bank again. So anyway, I paid the $50 and I got home and I regretted it because I looked up comps and they weren't selling for a lot, but I got 19 beer taps. Okay. So we're talking, I don't know, 50, let me look it up. I can't do math in my head. $50 divided. So I've got $2.63 in each one. And you're thinking that's still a good deal. You're still going to make money. Yes, I'm still going to make money, but it's a lot of work listing all of them. And it's not going to be a huge return. Will I make my money back plus some? Yes. Would I spend 50 on them again? No, not without researching each one. So I wouldn't buy this again, but this one sold for $15.50. So not horrible. This one sold for $12.19. So I haven't made my money back yet, but I've only sold 2. I can't remember. I may have sold one more. I can't remember. But So yeah, I'm working on making my money back for that. But if there's 19 and I sell them each for 10, minimum of 10, that one went for 15, that one went for 12. So if I sell them for 10 each, that's $190 and I paid 50. Actually, I threw one away because it was ridiculous. It was just some cheap plastic thing. I probably should have looked it up. It was probably the one that was worth $1 million, you know. But so let's say I sell them for 10 each, that'd be 180. So I could potentially turn $50 into 180. So it's not awful, but I was hoping they were going to be like between 20 and 40, 50 each. So I don't know. I think I kind of struck out on that one. All right, this vintage lamb. So this was at the same sale and it was sitting beside these, what do you call them? These beer taps in a bowl. It was just sitting there and I'm like, that's kind of cute. Look at that cute little face. I'm like, that is so cute. So I've got my item, my little pile. I'm like, would you throw this in? She's like, sure. So I got this free. So that makes me feel better about my $50 beer taps because this sold for $29.99. So this was a nice little BOLO. I was happy with $29.99. I was hoping it was going to go for more, but definitely a BOLO. Okay, so the card lot I was telling you guys about, I told you about the horoscope. This is one card and it's a sticker sheet and this went for $9.99. So right now I'm at like 20 bucks and I paid $5 for all of it. Okay, here's another beer tap. So this one was $12.99 is what I had it starting at, or best offer, and they offered me, I'm going to go into flippertools.com and I'm going to put the item number here and it's going to pull up what it sold for, because for some reason with this new best offer on auctions, eBay's system is not updating us. It's just showing one bid and it's showing whatever the auction started at, even if you took a best offer for something higher. So when you are searching solds and you're searching auctions, there's no way to really, the only reason I know that this didn't go for $12.99 is because it was my listing. So if I'm searching solds, I'm not going to know unless I check every item number, which I'm not going to do. So anyway, flippertools.com, you put the item number here. So I sold this one for 21. So I've got 15, 21, and 12. 20, 30, 40. So I'm almost at $43 and I've sold 3 of them. So I still have 15 left. So I'm doing okay. I've almost made my money back. So not bad. I think most of them are sitting in the unsold section of my eBay. So I need to relist them, probably buy it now or best offer. Okay. So the card stack I was telling you guys about that I got, here's another one that sold. And this sold for $9.99. So I'm up to $30 and I paid $5. So this is just, there's 9 cards here, but I had to put all these puzzles together. You guys should have seen me trying to figure this out. I'm like, is this one complete? Does this have everything? Some people sell just one card, like part of this bottom corner or whatnot. And the person that just needs the one card will buy it. So that's another way you can do it. I was like, no, I'm going to try and sell them complete, or with whatever I have of each puzzle. Okay, so the house I got the Bitty Baby stuff from. I picked up this ornament. There were 4 of them, and they're adoption ornaments, and they are awesome. But they are Christopher Radko, Celebrate Adoption, and I have 2001, 2002, and I think 2000. And one of them I have a duplicate of. It's not this one, unfortunately. But I paid $1 each for them. I was so excited. And it sold like within 3 to 5 days, I think. And it sold for $82. They didn't even make me an offer. I had it at 100 with 18% off. So it was $82 plus shipping. And they just did buy it now. $1 into $82. So I was very, very excited about that one. So definitely be on the lookout for Christopher Radko Celebrate Adoption ornaments. It's the Dave Thomas Foundation. Awesome. And I believe they're glass. So that's my big BOLO. Oh, I get excited when I get good ones. I don't get good ones like this very often. So super excited. Okay, so here's another weird one, and I actually want to go in and see if this guy is reselling it because I went into his store and he sells stuff like this. Like, because he kept sending me offers. And again, I had it at $9.99 or best offer. And if you go over here, you can see I sold it for $35. And we went back and forth. And I kept thinking, am I missing something? Is there something special about this that I don't know? Um, the lady told me that it was World War II, but I couldn't verify that. So I just put military war and just left it pretty generic. It's got writing on it. It's probably the name of whoever had it. It's not fancy. I mean, it's not in great shape. I don't know, but I sold it for $35. So I was happy about that. So I bought a trunk and it had a bag, this thing, and some target sheets that you shoot at. And what did I pay for it? I'm drawing a blank. I might have paid 30 for it. And that was another thing. I got home and I'm like, why? It's the same place as the beer taps. Oh, anyway, it was either 20 or $30 that I paid for all of it. So obviously I made my money back and I've still got the other stuff to sell. So it ended up working out, but I don't know. We'll see. I've got this big trunk that I'm like, what am I going to do with this trunk? You know? So it's sitting outside of my house right now and I put it on Facebook Marketplace because I'm not shipping that thing. But so far, no bites. So we shall see. And by the way, I'm not a big fan of Facebook Marketplace because nobody ever shows up. So, or they say they're going to, and then they message you and say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't come. Anyway, it's just inconvenient because I don't let people come to my house. Like I go and meet people at a public place. All right, this one's just kind of silly. I got this at a garage sale and it, I had some other black and white photos, this in my hand, and I want to say they gave it all to me for like $1. Or $2, $3. I don't know. It wasn't much. I was surprised with the number they gave me, but somebody messaged me and they made me an offer of 12, and for some reason I didn't respond and it expired, and they sent me an offer again for the same amount, and I'm like, didn't I respond to this? And I'm like, what is going on? And they're like, you didn't respond to me. I don't think anybody else is going to bid on this. I'm offering you $12. And I'm like, okay, they're offering me $12. They're telling me nobody else is going to buy it, which I fell for it. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to take the $12 and get it out of my house. So yeah, they're like savers, like stamps. I don't know. I really don't even know what they are. I don't know if they're like, you fill up the book and you get coupons or what, but somebody wanted it. So now they got it. Here's another one I had buyer's remorse on. Okay. So where was I? I was at St. Vincent's de Paul, and I did a haul video on this, but I think I ended up paying $1 each for these, and they're like trailer wiring kits, and I'm like, they're new old stock. I'm like, somebody's gonna need this for their old car. I'm gonna make a ton of money on this. And I got them home, and I'm like, why did I buy these? They take up a bunch of space. They're probably gonna be like take forever to sell. I'm like, you know what? I'm not messing with them. I'm just gonna lot them up, and I'm gonna hope they sell. So I basically wanted to make a little bit of money. So 13 of them. So I had $13 plus tax, whatever. And I sold them for $24.99. And I was like, woohoo. I was so excited about selling those for $24.99. Like I just wanted to get them out of my house. So yeah, I had buyer's remorse on that. And I got lucky. I think I got lucky. And maybe this seller got lucky because I'm sure that this seller is going to turn around and sell these probably for $10 to $30 each, but they might know more about these kits than I do. And I didn't want to take the time to research it. So I'm lazy when it comes to some things like this. And my husband just kind of looked at me like, why'd you buy that? And he's like into cars and stuff. So when he looked at me like, why'd you buy that? I was like, why'd I buy that? You know, why did I buy that? So anyway, I made a couple bucks. I'm happy. Moving on. I hope this seller makes a ton of money. The next item is this Ashton Drake. Ashton. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Ashton Drake jean doll outfit. And this one sold for $24.99. And that's about what I'm getting, is around 25 bucks for these. I bought 5 of them. I paid $5 each for them. So not a huge bolo, but definitely something I would buy again if I saw it and I could pick it up cheap. Okay, these art pencils. They're just Stampin' Up is what they're called. I think there was one that, you see that one, the second one in from the, if you're facing your computer, the right side, it looks like it's maybe been sharpened because it seemed a little lower than the others. But besides that, they appear to be pretty much all the same length and new. And they've got the cool, colors on the bottom. But I took a best offer on this for $14. I probably paid, honestly, they were probably thrown in with other stuff, but I would say $1 or less. So not a huge bolo, but definitely something to be on the lookout for. Vintage colored pencils are definitely a bolo. If you can find certain brands, definitely be on the lookout for those. Okay, here's another one of my Mary Kay finds. This one sold for $16.40 plus shipping, and it's a foundation. So again, I had 28 cents in that. So my husband brought these home from an estate sale. He's like, I paid like $3 for them, and they're new without box. And I was kind of like, they're Croft and Barrow, or Barrow. I don't even know how you say it, but I think they're a Kohl's brand, which is fine. People love Kohl's, but they didn't seem like anything big to me other than a pair of men's slip-on shoes, right? And I'm like, man, these will probably take a while to sell. And they sold the next day, $31.85 plus shipping. So be on the lookout. I would have never have guessed. So my husband has a really good eye for finding things. I'm telling you, he buys stuff and it just sells quick. The next item, this is another one of his. And these sold super fast also. And I think this might be a Kohl's brand also. I mean, these were kind of cute, so I can kind of see why these sold. They were super comfortable looking. They still had, Kohl's. So they retail at $79.99 at Kohl's, but doesn't Kohl's like do coupons and stuff like that? I'm not a Kohl's shopper, but I know like they do that Kohl's Cash, and I think they have sales all the time. Like they mark stuff up and then they sell it cheaper, kind of like my eBay store. I mark stuff up and put it on sale. It gives that illusion. And a lot of times it's just, I run different sales at, what do you want? How do I want to say it? Like I'll do 20% off or I'll do 50% off, and then I'll, you switch back and forth, and then it alerts the buyers that you have a markdown or whatever. So I started these at 65. They retailed for 80. So it's not like I'm inflating the price over what retail is. I'm still under retail. So these are $79.99. I put them at 65 with 51% off. That's what my sale was at this time. So I sold them for $31.85 plus shipping. And I always have best offer. So always, every item I think in my store has best offer. So I guess when I say inflate the price, I list it higher than I hope to get, if that makes sense. And then I have a sale because I fluctuate my sales. I change my sales all the time. Now, these were mine, and I was a little surprised at how quickly these sold. Rockport men's dress shoes. They were new without the box. I actually had the box, but I didn't want to mess with having to ship the box. It would be easier to just put them in the, maybe it didn't have a lid. I don't think it had a lid. That might have been the issue. So I just used the USPS boxes. So this one was new without box, and I sold them for $35, and they sold quick. So maybe Rockport is a thing, or maybe just somebody needed a pair of size 11 brown dress shoes. Sold for $35 plus shipping. So I was happy with that. I sold some shoes. All right, here's another one. I picked this up for 50 cents at a garage sale. And again, it retails for 88. This item was new with tags, so I put $50 on it. I ran a 50% off sale. I sold it for 25. They just bought it. They didn't make an offer, just 25 bucks. Bought it for 50 cents. And when I say I bought it for 50 cents, it wasn't like he had 50 cents on it. I bought a bunch of stuff, put it in a pile, made an offer, and when I divided it all out, it came to about 50 cents an item. Maybe it was 25 cents an item. It wasn't much. I did really good at that sale. But yeah, this one item. I did get a couple shirts that had some stained armpits at the same sale. So I did chuck those, threw them away, got rid of them. Nobody needs stained armpits. I think they're actually in my donate pile. Maybe somebody could wear it. It's a collared shirt, so maybe somebody could put like a sweater over it or something, you know? I mean, I guess it's not totally trash, but I wasn't listing it. The next item, okay, so this vintage set, I have had this for probably a year, and I don't understand it because it is amazing. Amazing, awesome, love it. It's a two-piece set. It had the original keys. Everything was complete. Super cool. This one was a little more faded than this one. You could tell it had been used more. This case fits into this case. It was less than 5 pounds. I ended up selling this on Poshmark. But the funny thing is, you know how in Facebook groups, people will do things like share an item that you've had a long time that you really want to sell. I'm like, okay, I'm going to share my suitcases because they're awesome. I don't know why they're not selling. So I posted it, and it was actually in Flippin' Hippos. That's their YouTube channel. I cannot think. Maybe it's Flippin' Hippos Resellers Pod. But anyway, it's an awesome Facebook group. Go check it out. Their YouTube channel is Flippin' Hippos. I love it also. But so I posted it in her group under her, post, and it sold like within a week. So I don't know if it has anything to do with that, but I was pretty excited. So I sold these for $75. The lady messaged me and said they were for her daughter, and her daughter, I can't remember if she said she loved them or her daughter loved them, but she was very happy with the purchase. So that was exciting. But I want to say I paid like 10 bucks for them. Can't remember, but it was either 5 or 10. It wasn't more than 10. So super cute, super cool. So be on the lookout for things like this, but this was not a quick sale, but it was worth it. It paid off waiting. Another foundation. This one sold today for $17. It actually sold this evening, so I was pretty excited about that. They did not make an offer. I had 2 available, and if they would have bought, I think I have that in my sale, buy one, get one. I have buy one, get one 30% off going on also. So I have lots of things, and then if you purchase 2 or more items in certain categories, shipping's only $5. So I'm doing all kinds of things to try and motivate people to buy other items from my store. So this is the end of my video, and I got a little chatty on some of that stuff. Sorry. But thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't. Have an awesome day. Awesome night. It's 6 minutes till midnight. I'm going to bed. Night.